Another conversation here, and we are at Bright Focus Foundation's gala at the Embassy of Italy here in Washington, D.C. It's an annual gala. My name is Richard Louie with MSNBC. I'm a news anchor there. I'm volunteering for tonight. And I get to talk to some really cool people along the way. And I happen to bump into this cool person. And I want to introduce her properly first. This is Connie Morella. She served as a member of Congress from the state of Maryland for no less than 16 years. She also was an ambassador to OECD in Paris. These are just some of the things she's done. And Representative First, thanks for being here. You're being honored. She's also being honored tonight, by the way. So she's getting an award for a very good reason, and we're going to get into that very shortly. So we've got 3 minutes together. What does it feel like to get the award tonight?
I am very humbled getting the award. I really feel like I want to give the award to all the people who are here because they care about research. They care about where it leads. You know, the cure, the eyes, the mind, and they all come with stories.
Right.
They come with stories from their family, from relatives, from people they know, and what they've observed.
And that's a really good point here, Representative, because we're here addressing 3 big issues for Americans, for humans, for people.
Yes.
Alzheimer's, as well as macular degeneration, in addition to that, glaucoma. Big things to tackle. You were very early on in your career. The NIH is a really great example where you were ahead of your time, and you were ahead of your time for very many reasons. Number one, you were looking for health equity between men and women. Talk about that and more of what you did back then.
Well, now, you must also know, Mr. Louie, that I represented the National Institutes of Health and the National Institute of Standards and Technology. Walter Reed was then enabled. So I had good reason. My constituents were there. I knew what they were doing. And of course, I'm one who was brought into politics because the women's movement put the movement into me. So when I saw that NIH had flunked the test for gender equity, I looked into it with several of my colleagues, bipartisan, bicameral, and ultimately we were able to get into legislation an Office of Research on Women's Health. Prior to that, women were not included in clinical trials or protocols. We were like mere men. And in fact, even the research was done with male rats. And,
wow.
So when you think about that, the differences.
Very quickly then, when you see what's happening today across the country with the idea of Time's Up and Me Too and a real big push towards gender equity, he's just passing through. Good to see him. That's fine, that's fine. This is live. I love this stuff. Happens to me on stage all the time. But when you look at what's happening today with Me Too and Time's Up, a broader understanding of men and women that gender equity is important. What's your reflection on that? Because you were very early on focusing on something that's so important for health.
My reflection is that not only it's about time, but it enhances the quality of life, the quantity of life, it enhances opportunity, it elevates the economy. I mean, it's a win-win proposition for business, the community, education. And so I'm proud to see that we've been making some progress. We'll have a way to go.
I like that. So it's kind of a no-duh moment, right? Is what you're saying, a no-duh moment. As you work towards future solutions, what do you look forward to in the next 2 to 5 years, either in this space, which we're here today talking about healthcare, talking about major diseases that we're trying to conquer as a country and as a community, really. What are you looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to a number of things. First of all, that when women are interested in science, engineering, medicine, running for president, that no one will say this is a woman. They'll say this is a candidate with talents, opportunities. I'm looking for that, and I'm looking for what Bright Focus is doing. The money that goes into this research brings results. And my point, Mr. Louie, is that scientists need legislators. Legislators need scientists. We need to work together, just like the country does.
Well, we need more views. I guess she may have just been announcing she's going to run for president. I don't know. we're so funny. I mean, I'm a big fan of hers because she's calling Mr. Louis because I'm calling her
I know it.
representative. It's a little joke that we had. She wanted me to call her Connie, and she called me Richard, but we go back way bit.
Absolutely,
At least,
we
what,
do
30
indeed.
minutes now?
Yes, and so therefore, would you be my lieutenant? Lieutenant.
I will volunteer.
My vice president.
There you go. With your sort of success rate, I'm in. So, so one of our honorees here again tonight, the Bright Focus Foundation Gala, Connie Morella, long-term public servant. Really, congratulations again, and tune in later on. We'll have more stuff here. Thanks for following along with us.
And thank